All right. Our second section of things to avoid is attitudes. And this is, I'm talking about like your own personal attitudes, kind of attitudes to avoid. The very first one is complacency. And complacency is, of course, just kind of sitting back and not really doing anything, just kind of letting things be the way they are. Complacency is the enemy of progress. You need to keep driving forward. It's not only very fulfilling to do that, but it'll take you beyond wherever you're at, because you're not going to stop being right where you're at unless you start taking some steps forward, right? So a good way to do it is to take small steps first. We talked about this in building habits, where you do like something just maybe a very small amount. Like if your goal is to start working out on a regular basis, maybe just do it 5 minutes a day, because 5 minutes is whatever, and then up it to 10 and then 15 and things like that. But take small steps to get restarted or to start up in the first place. And don't give up just because you have some sort of setback along the way, or it's something that you don't know how to do. Go learn how to do that. So don't be complacent. Another attitude to avoid is victimhood. If things aren't going your way, if things aren't working out for you, don't stop to blame other people, even if you truly feel they are to blame. And don't look to other people to fix it for you. Don't wait to be rescued by the lottery, for example. Don't be like, oh, well, I'm just waiting on my winning ticket. In the meantime, I'm going to sit over here on the couch and do nothing. And don't wait on the government to bail you out, to fix whatever it is for you. Another attitude to avoid is dishonesty, especially with yourself. Now, obviously, dishonesty, we know, don't lie. But what I'm saying about this one is being dishonest with yourself. Own who you are. Own what your foibles are, your weaknesses. Be honest with who you are to yourself and those closest to you, no matter how unlikable. And then a fourth attitude here that we want to avoid is pontificating. I know you probably don't know this term, maybe you guys do. Pontificating is basically getting up and telling everybody all your wonderful opinions on everything. Basically kind of what I'm doing right now, so I'm sorry. No, but kind of being a blowhard, sitting there and blabbing at everybody about all the great things that either about yourself or that your wonderful opinions on things. Instead, what I want you to do is assume that you can learn something from the other person you're speaking with and you're having a conversation with. Even if you feel, oh, I've been around longer, or I've got a better education, or it doesn't matter if you're talking to a kid. Anybody you talk to, if you truly listen, you can learn something from them. And true listening, I think, is actually kind of difficult, and it requires an ability to kind of abandon your presuppositions, your preconceived ideas of how things are. Open up and allow that person's worldview in, to truly listen and converse with them. And open up your possibility, the possibility of you being wrong about something. And stop trying to give advice to dominate the other person with your opinion. Like one of the things, and I think a lot of people, I myself, fall prey to this, is sometimes in the middle of a conversation, rather than listening to the person, you're just thinking about your next thing that you want to say. Specifically, if it's going to be a conversation about politics and religion, everyone's kind of already made up their mind, and they're just sitting there like, how do I counter this argument? And they're not really listening. So, not very helpful. Instead, I'd say, don't do that. Listen and be humble.